Is there something that's been hidden from the public all this time? Why did Jungkook, someone who's usually calm and thoughtful, suddenly speak out with such emotional weight about Taehyung? And more importantly, what made him say, "I can't stay silent anymore"? Those words weren't spoken lightly. Jungkook isn't the type of idol who rushes to voice his concerns, especially when it involves his fellow BTS member Kim Taehyung, better known as V. But this time, everything feels different. The tension, anxiety, and even a hint of desperation are unmistakably present in his statement. No sweet smile, no signature jokes. Just intensity that left fans around the world speechless. This is not something to be taken lightly. When Jungkook admits he's worried and can no longer hold his feelings inside, many begin to ask, what's really going on with Taehyung? Why is his condition such a mystery? Does HYBE know something they're not telling the public? When Jungkook's voice recording began circulating in international ARMY communities, the silence turned into an uproar. In one off-the-record session that was leaked on social media, Jungkook is heard speaking softly yet firmly. "I've tried to be patient, but seeing him like that, I can't stay silent anymore. It hurts." That statement became a spark igniting public curiosity. Is this about Taehyung's health condition during his military service? Or is it something deeper, something even the agency is reluctant to reveal? Not long ago, rumors surfaced on social media that Taehyung might have suffered a minor injury. But HYBE was quick to release a clarification, stating all BTS members, including V, were healthy and carrying out their military duties as expected. Yet the statement wasn't enough to calm the speculation. In fact, it only fueled more suspicion that in recent weeks, Taehyung has rarely appeared in official military updates or posts from HYBE staff. Unlike Jungkook, Jimin, and RM, who've been seen occasionally in events or internal documentation, Taehyung's presence seemed to vanish from the radar. And now, after Jungkook's emotional revelation, the mystery deepens. Many armies are connecting this to subtle hints previously overlooked. One such moment came from a vague message Jungkook shared during a live broadcast before heading overseas. He said, "Take good care of him while I'm gone. You know who I mean." Was that a message for ARMY to support Taehyung? Or a signal that Taehyung was facing emotional or physical stress and needed extra care? While speculation continues to swirl, an anonymous source claimed to be close to BTS staff revealed that Jungkook and Taehyung had a deep conversation a few weeks before the shocking statement. During that talk, Taehyung reportedly expressed exhaustion, not physical, but more about the overwhelming pressure from the military, the agency, and public expectations. Taehyung doesn't talk much about himself, but that night he seemed heavy, like he'd been holding something in for far too long. The source said, whose identity remains confidential for safety reasons, what makes this situation even more heartbreaking is the fact that Jungkook is known for caring deeply about Taehyung, not just as a bandmate, but as a brother who's grown up with him through the harsh world of South Korean entertainment. There are countless moments proving the emotional bond between them. But when Jungkook said, "If he needs time, I'll wait. But if he needs a voice to defend him, I'll be that voice," the public began to realize how serious this truly is. Just days after Jungkook's statement, a photo quickly spread worldwide, an image of Taehyung exiting a military medical center, wearing a mask and dark hat. No staff accompanied him, and his expression looked far from calm. The photo, initially uploaded by a small account in the Korean community, went viral after international fan bases picked it up. HYBE has yet to issue an official response about the authenticity of the photo, but its existence has only added fuel to the fire. Still, curiosity is not so easily silenced, especially when South Korean media outlets began digging into the military base where Taehyung is stationed. Several investigative journalists claim that celebrity soldiers often face intense psychological pressure during service, particularly when under constant media scrutiny. If Taehyung is indeed struggling with emotional fatigue or mental stress, then Jungkook's statement could be an important early warning. A warning that must not be ignored. Jungkook hasn't released a follow-up statement, but during a brief airport interview en route to an international brand event, he simply told reporters, "Sometimes, silence isn't support. Sometimes we have to speak, even if it hurts." That statement hit ARMYs hard. A simple sentence, but full of meaning. He didn't name anyone, but everyone knew who he meant. Meanwhile, K-pop industry analysts say this could be one of the most emotional and sensitive moments in BTS history. When group relationships are tested by distance, pressure, and national duty, communication becomes key. But if that communication isn't maintained honestly and openly, wounds can form, even in silence. Now, all eyes are on HYBE. The public is waiting, not just for clarification, but for answers. Is something really happening to Taehyung? Why did Jungkook feel the need to publicly voice his concern? And if there is an issue, why does the agency appear so calm? In an entertainment world full of image control, honesty is rare. But when a BTS member speaks with raw emotion and unusual candor, it's an emergency signal. Jungkook has spoken. Now it's time for the public to listen. Not to judge, but to understand. Because behind the spotlight, they are still human, capable of fatigue, fear, and pain. Could Jungkook's statement be the beginning of a bigger story behind agency walls? Or is it merely a small signal of something we've long overlooked? After the shocking news that sent millions of ARMYs worldwide into panic, it's time we take a deeper look and unravel the truth behind the entire narrative above. By considering the sources of information, official clarifications, and observations from several credible media outlets, it can be confirmed that the news about Jungkook's concern over Taehyung's condition allegedly worsening is not true. Much of the circulated news is speculative and comes from anonymous sources without concrete evidence. One of the most commonly used claims in the story is a quote allegedly from Jungkook saying, "I can't stay silent anymore." But to this day, there is no recording, official transcript, or video proving that such a statement was ever made by Jungkook. There is no valid digital trace on BTS's official channels or HYBE labels that confirms the quote genuinely came from Jungkook, but in fact, after the rumor escalated on social media, HYBE released a very firm statement, declaring that there is no critical condition or physical or mental issue experienced by Taehyung during his military service. All members are in good health and fulfilling their duties as per South Korean military protocols. This was further backed by several official military uploads, including documentation of Taehyung's activities with fellow soldiers. Even though it's true that Taehyung hasn't appeared much on social media since beginning his service, this is entirely normal and aligns with military protocol in South Korea, where privacy and discipline are of top priority. Another fact that disproves the story's credibility is the lack of visual evidence or official schedules showing Jungkook and Taehyung having any in-depth conversation outside of their military duties. The so-called source mentioned in the article cannot be verified, and narratives like "a close source" are often used in fake news to make it sound convincing even though it's unverifiable. Meanwhile, the photo claimed to show Taehyung leaving a military medical facility was later confirmed to be visually manipulated or narratively twisted from an old moment. After image matching by some netizens with the original source, it turns out that the photo was taken in 2022 when Taehyung attended a BTS activity, not from a military facility this year. The uproar caused by this false report ultimately shows how fast speculation can spread in the era of social media, especially when it involves big names like BTS. Jungkook and Taehyung are two figures deeply loved, and their emotional closeness does make people easily touched by dramatic narratives. But that doesn't mean every touching story is true. We must also remember that BTS has always shown a tremendous commitment to transparency with fans. If something serious were happening, HYBE, Jungkook, or Taehyung himself would address it officially, not through rumors or leaks from unknown parties. Several senior ARMYs and official BTS fanbases have also urged fans not to believe overly dramatic narratives without strong evidence. They remind everyone of the importance of digital literacy and the ability to distinguish between valid and false information, The current situation shows that Jungkook is focused on his international schedules with major global brands, while Taehyung is quietly and diligently fulfilling his military service. Both are on their respective paths, living out their duties as planned. Therefore, the news about Jungkook's worry over Taehyung's condition to the point of saying he can't stay silent anymore is not true and has no solid factual basis. The story is part of an exaggerated rumor filled with emotional narratives designed to attract attention and steer public opinion. In conclusion, it is crucial for us, as information consumers, not to fall into the trap of dramatic stories that touch our emotions but are weak in facts. Amid the noise of the internet, our responsibility is not only to consume information but also to filter and verify it before sharing it again. Jungkook never officially made any statements indicating excessive worry over Taehyung. Taehyung is not in a dangerous condition. What exists is merely the fact that both are currently in different life phases, fulfilling their duties, and are under the care of a system that protects them well. And for armies around the world, the best thing to do right now is to continue supporting BTS members calmly, patiently, and wisely, without being swayed by rumors and unverifiable speculations.